It's a topic we talk about all the time here, but interviews are anxiety inducing. Interviews are nerve wracking, obviously. And I hope all my interview videos are helping you calm those nerves. But did you know that there are some specific tactile, practical things you can do to make those nerves go away? Well, today we're going to talk all about them. Now, if this is somehow your first video with me, I am Cassandra, a career strategist and speaker. I have hundreds of videos on job interviews and acing them, so go check everything out. But today, let's talk about those practical tips to calm interview nerves, starting with tip number 1, practice, practice, practice. Now, this seems obvious, but a lot of people don't do it. Because we're nervous, we put off the thing we're nervous to do. But if you will take some time and say your interview answers out loud to yourself in your room, record it, etc., every time you say it, those words are going to flow more. They're going to sound more natural to you, and it is going to take away a lot of the nerves. Action stops anxiety. And so the more action you take by getting used to saying these answers, the less nerves there will be. And if you need more help with that, of course, I have my interview confidence course. You can get a link to that below. You can book me as a coach. But main thing is practice ahead of time. Now, tip number 2 to calm anxiety before an interview is really interesting, and it's about eating right. So before an interview, don't have caffeine if you are not normally a caffeine drinker, or don't have more than normal thinking that you'll be okay. Like, even for myself, I drink a lot of coffee, y'all. Before an interview, don't stop at Starbucks or have an extra cup. Keep yourself to 1 cup or less, because when we're nervous and that caffeine gets in us, we start talking like this and we can't stop ourselves, and all of a sudden we're in our heads and we don't even know what's happening anymore. Like, what? We need to slow down. So don't over caffeinate. So that's one way to eat right before an interview. The other is make sure that you're just having a small meal before your interview. So if your interview is in the morning, I do recommend eating breakfast, but eat just a small breakfast. We're not eating pancakes. We're not eating something that this sounds so obvious, but when we're nervous, we do weird things. Like, don't eat something that you know could upset your stomach. Have a very mild meal. Same with lunch, have a ham sandwich if you normally eat that sort of thing, or have a chicken Caesar salad, something basic. This isn't the time to be like, yeah, I'm really nervous about this, so I'm just going to gouge nachos. Like, no. You can do that after, right? Been there. You can do that after, but beforehand, do something that'll just settle your stomach, won't upset your stomach, but won't rev you up in any way. And then there is actually one super practical thing you can eat. You can eat a banana before an interview. There is research out there that shows that eating a banana before an interview calms nerves. So bananas might be your new interview best friend. Well, I mean, second interview best friend, because I'm first, right? Like you and me, we see each other. Yeah. Okay, and tip 3, choose your mood booster. So this is 2 tips rolled into one, because if you are a person who, when you're nervous, you get really insular, you get even quieter, we kind of shut down. A lot of people, when they're nervous, really shut down. Create a pump up playlist. Find one of those playlists on Spotify that works for you, or create your own. What would be, this is one of my favorite questions just to ask people in general. It's a weird one, but if you were a baseball player, what would be your walk-up music, right? Mine would be Confidence by Demi Lovato, because it is a song that before an interview, right, that would pump me up. What's wrong with being confident? It's got a great beat. That would be mine. But what would be your walk-up song for baseball? Well, that should be in your playlist. So have a pump up playlist to get you upbeat, ready for the interview. Listen to it on the way to your interview. Bonus points if you listen to it before you practice. So you're putting these habits in motion that your brain is triggered of, I heard this playlist, now I'm going to say these things. Oh, bonus tip there. But if you're a person who gets insular, who gets really shut down when they're nervous, we need a pump up playlist. One that I just love on Spotify is literally, I think, just called happy mood. Like, great, easy. But create yours and let me know in the comments what your walk-up song would be. We can like create a playlist from all the songs people choose. So let me know your walk-up song. Now, I said this was 2 in 1 because what if you don't get like quiet when you're nervous? You start rambling when you're nervous and like you can't get the anxiety to go away. Like maybe nerves bring anxiety and you feel like you are up here and you are so nervous and you're just in your head, right? Like the brain won't turn off. You can't complete a thought. It's 8,000 thoughts going at once. We need a mood booster that calms us down. It's still a boost, but it's like leveling us. We need to calm down. And this is where the Headspace app, the Calm app, no, this is not sponsored, but I am a Headspace user. One of those apps will help you. Even just using the breathe, if you have an Apple Watch, using the breathe feature and going through the breathing movements a couple of times, something that will calm you down. But I believe Headspace at least actually has like a job interview meditation. But you might want to listen to something like that, a breathing meditation, just do some breathing exercises, and also just put on some calming music. What calms us? Why do I have to say the word that way? I don't know, but it feels right, right? So choose your mood booster. If you need something to kind of get you back up, do it. If you need something to level you out and bring you a little bit back down to steady, do it. You choose which one works for you. So crazy, right? But there are practical things you can do to calm interview nerves. But there are also mindset things you can do. And I share 3 of those, 4 of those, 5 of those. I don't know. I got a video with a bunch of tips on the mindset to have to calm interview nerves right over here. So go check that out next. Bye.